just want to say happy birthday, Rach. And so I published a book of poems last year, and yeah, Rach, what do I want to say? So there's loads of poems. It's basically a portrait of my life in poems in 13 chapters. And it's quite a raw book of poetry. And took a lot of courage really to write it and publish it. And Rachel was always my biggest supporter, even though she's the one, if I'm honest, but is really the most talented person and done lots of writing and stuff. But I'm always really grateful for that. So I'm going to read some poems from here, and then I'm going to share one of my favourite poems by, not by myself. So this is called Nobody Told Me What Beautiful Looked Like. Nobody told me what beautiful looked like. I had to learn it from the inside out. I had to unzip my skin. It held me so tightly my ribs could no longer breathe. I had to turn my outside in, inside out body into a temple of prayer, a sanctuary of love. Turn my thorny flesh into a garden where it was okay to grow fruits and flowers and let the clouds run like rain down the side of my face. I had to step out of that unzipped body, leave it behind altogether, to allow different thoughts and different dreams to fill up my empty glass, my empty mouth, and drink what I did not understand, the taste that was sour and sweet, yet bitter, the taste of earth and air and ocean. I had to let the lightning rip through my wounds, salt my pain, distill my fever until nothing else was left of me. I had to learn beautiful, and it was no easy thing. Thank you. I'm going to just read. I haven't really read out my poetry very much, and I don't know if it's nerves, but I tend to get this, I start kind of shaking, and it's kind of like, I think it's a sort of like a performance thing. I hope it doesn't distract you too much. Yeah, I just need to say it, because I'm kind of new at this. This is called I Took My Rage. I took my rage, planted her into a little bag inside myself and pulled tight. I took my rage, filled up a bottle like whiskey and drank. I took my rage, cradled her in my arms until I broke and cried. I took my rage, fell to the floor in despair as tears rolled down my face. I took my rage, planted her back into myself, let her seep into my cracks like rain. And then I took my rage, let her water me back to health, and whispered into her ear, thank you. You moved me and broke me, abandoned me and ruined me, revived me, then enlivened me, thank you. And then my rage took me, opened me like a book, shouted at the top of her lungs, and don't ever, ever leave yourself again. Thank you. I realise I'm probably Rachel's serious friend who has a lot, who always takes everything serious. So then
laughs a lot as well.
I do laugh a lot. So that was all a bit, yeah. There's a lot of pain in my book, as you might get. I mean, what's a poet who doesn't express pain anyway? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Here. So, but I'm going to read a bit from here. There's a chapter called Goddess. So the second half of this is going to be about magic and about magic. My beauty is my beast. In me lies savage and courage and fire. In me lies dirt and grit and stone. I am beast and animal and ugly, and it is the most beautiful thing about me. I am a queen, wrapped up in silver foil, undress me. I am a whore laid bare on your bed, Inanna and Ishtar. I am Babylon, I am the ancient Lemurian city. I am Inanna and Ishtar and Suma. I am the ancient goddess who bathed in temple light and soothed away your pains, your tears, your cuts and wounds and scars. I am the goddess that holds your aching hearts. Transmuting your pain, I bring only joy. Come to me. You can never lose your way. I will love you in more ways than you can ever imagine. I am the voice, the goddess, the whore whose ancient rights were lost, but let me restore her. Let me transmit, let me banish all sorrow. Let me heal the world. Let my light awaken the light in others. Let my lips bleed men's souls dry and leave them gaping with love like a river's breeze. Let me be. Ancient rites, sacred rites, Inanna, Ishtar, Lemuria, Suma, Aphrodite calls. Woo! Thank you. And then this final one is a really beautiful poem by, I think you'll like her, I'm not sure if Rachel knows her, called Maida del Valle. She's an American poet. She's got Puerto Rican ancestry. This is a poem called, it's really addressed to her grandmother. Anyway, she's a great poet. And this is called A Faith Like Yours. Grandmother, our common thread began in my mama's womb, spun my fetus like a record in her cipher, sampled your stubborn and mixed in her father's posture. Our connection is full circle. Abuela, you bearer of children, you seer of spirits, you are truly miraculous. Fingers grasping the whispers of litanies and white tablecloths, your melody is captured in the spilled candle wax of my skin. My tongue, a broken needle scratching through the grooves of a lost wisdom, trying to find a faith that beats like yours. What secrets do your bones hold? What pattern does your dust settle into when I beat these drums inside my ribs? What colour was the soil in your grandmother's garden? Grandma, how did you pray? Did you store the memory of your creator in strands of hair tucked in scented soap boxes, or placentas buried under avocado trees? What reservoir did you pull your faith from? Was it anything like this gumbo, this sancocho, this remix of rituals and chants sampled from muscle memory and spirits that visit my dreams, that I struggle to stir into discipline to honor the unseen with these shells, this sage, these rudraksha and rosary beads, these white candles, crystal statues, this sweet water, honey, rum, and sweet grass? Abuela, how did you pray before someone told you who your God should be? How did you hold the earth in your hands and thank her for its fecundity? Did the sea wash away your sadness? How did you humble yourself before your architect? Did you lower yourself to your knees or rock to the rhythm of the ocean waves like I do? Grandma, how did you pray? Some say faith is for the weak or small-minded, but I search for your faith everywhere. I need it to reassemble myself whole from these shards of Chicago ice and island breezes, so I can rewrite the songs of your silence and pain, your lonely fists, broken toothed smiles and burdens into a medley of mantras. Wish you could have shown me its shape, but I know it is in every sacred breath. In the shadows of trees you visit me, in the flicker of flames I stare into, searching for what's divine. And I know my body is the instrument my maker uses to rearrange the broken chords of your history into a new symphony for my unborn children's feet to dance to. And I see you, grandmother, gathering with your sister to chant the names of the living and the dead and remind us all that whether gathered in marble temples around midnight fires or block party speakers, we have always raised our hands to the sky, wanting to touch the invisible force that holds these cells together into a fragile mass, children of different nations, with the same vibration. We be sound to beat, to bass, to bone, to flesh. We be sound to beat, to bass, to bone, to flesh, and we are all truly miraculous. Oh.